In the beginning there was Eden, a world without pain, fear, or death, a perfect garden, a perfect relationship, and a perfect future. But everything we know changed because of one single choice. A choice that echoes through every generation, defining our history and our very nature. Today we're going to press rewind. We're going to reimagine that story. What if Adam and Eve never ate the forbidden fruit? What would humanity look like today? Would Eden still exist? And just how profoundly different would our entire world be? Join us as we explore a reality where the fall of man never happened. The story begins at what is arguably the most crucial moment in human history. The serpent, subtle and cunning, has already whispered its deceitful promises to Eve. The fruit of the tree of the knowledge of good and evil hangs heavy on the branch, ripe with consequence. In our timeline, temptation wins. The bite is taken and paradise is lost forever. But in this alternate universe, something changes. At the very precipice of that decision, Eve hesitates. She looks at the fruit, then at the world around her, a world of perfect harmony. The serpent's words, promising godhood, suddenly ring hollow against the reality of the perfection she already possesses. She turns away. Adam, watching her, breathes a sigh of relief. He never truly wanted to disobey. He follows her lead. The fruit remains untouched. The serpent's first attempt to corrupt humanity has failed. Without sin entering the world, the story of Eden doesn't end. It expands. The garden, no longer a confined paradise, begins to grow, its divine light spreading across the barren earth like a golden dawn. The rivers of Eden flow out to water a world waiting to be shaped. This is not a planet left to chance, but a living masterpiece, directly cultivated by the Creator and his appointed stewards, humanity. Adam and Eve, their purpose now clearer than ever, walk through these expanding fields. Their days are filled not with toil and sweat, but with joyful discovery and creation. They learn the secrets of the earth, not through struggle, but through direct revelation. They name the animals not just as a task, but as an act of understanding their nature and place in the world. In this timeline, humanity's story begins not with suffering, but with purpose, harmony, and infinite, boundless potential. One of the most profound consequences of this choice is immortality. Adam and Eve and all their descendants retain the gift of eternal life. Their bodies are perfect, untouched by sickness, decay, or the aging that leads to death. Their minds are sharp, unclouded by corruption, anxiety, or despair. Their hearts know no fear, no jealousy, no hatred. They are physically and mentally the pinnacle of creation. Even more importantly, their relationship with God remains direct and unbroken. Imagine walking in the cool of the evening and speaking with your Creator face to face. There is no barrier of sin, no need for sacrifice or atonement. There is no shame to make them hide, no guilt to create distance. God is not a distant, abstract concept. He is a friend, a teacher, a father, walking among his children. This unbroken communion is the true heart of this ever-expanding Eden. As generations pass, humanity grows. But this is a population explosion unlike any in our history. Children are born without original sin, their nature inclined towards goodness, wisdom, and love. Humanity develops into a pure civilization, a global society built on the unshakable foundations of creativity, unity, and shared purpose. There is no war, because there is no greed or lust for power. There is no famine or disease, because the earth provides abundantly, and their bodies are incorruptible. There is no death. Imagine the cities they would build. Not sprawling concrete jungles, but breathtaking structures of light and living material, woven seamlessly into the fabric of nature. Technology would not be a tool to conquer the environment, but to enhance its beauty and work in harmony with it. Think of a world where every single human mind operates at its full, unhindered potential, where science and faith are not in conflict, but are two sides of the same glorious coin of truth. A world where nature never rebels with earthquakes or floods, and where mankind evolves not through struggle and survival, but into the best possible version of itself, guided by divine wisdom. This is not just a paradise. It is a thriving, dynamic, planet-wide civilization of immortal, godlike beings. But even in this perfect world, a shadow still lingers. Evil still exists. The serpent wasn't destroyed when his temptation was rejected. He was merely defeated. From the darkness, he watches this perfect world unfold, his hatred and frustration growing with every generation of unfallen humanity. He still seeks destruction, still whispers his lies to any who might listen. But the difference here is profound. Without the fall, temptation doesn't end, but humanity is equipped to resist it. They are not fighting a war from a position of weakness and corruption. They are a united front, strong in their purity and their direct connection to God. When one person is tempted, the entire community stands with them. Evil is not an internal struggle against a fallen nature. It is an external threat, easily identified and collectively rejected. The serpent remains a frustrated outsider, powerless against a world that refuses to let him in. So what does the future of this unfallen world look like? Humanity, immortal and ever-growing, would eventually fill the earth. But their expansion wouldn't be a conquest. It would be the continued expansion of Eden itself, until the entire planet glows with the same divine light. And what then? Would they look to the stars? With their intellect and unity, building ships to carry the light of Eden to other worlds seems not just possible, but inevitable. This alternate future is a beautiful yet bittersweet story of what the world could have been. Humanity living forever in perfect harmony. The earth never cursed, but forever a paradise. Eden not as a distant, lost memory, but as our eternal, ever-present home. This is the world that never happened, but in another reality perhaps it did. If you enjoy exploring these powerful what-if scenarios from history and faith, make sure you subscribe to our channel. We're dedicated to reimagining the past, one incredible possibility at a time. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next story.